In football, power isn't just bought, it is engineered. For decades, English football was dominated by a select elite. But in Manchester, there was only one dominant force, and they wore the red side. Manchester City was the noisy neighbours, unpredictable, financially unstable, and constantly living in the shadow of the Old Trafford. But in August 2008, a single pen stroke changed the landscape of global football forever. The Abu Dhabi United Group purchased Man City, transforming an underachieving club into a multi-billion-dollar global empire. Today, in 2026, they are the most dominant force of the footballing modern era. But greatness comes with a cost. Behind the breathtaking tactical masterclasses, the historic treble, and the silverware lies a darker narrative. A story of a financial warfare, 115 Premier League charges, and a fierce battle over the very soul of the sport. This is the complete and unfiltered story of Manchester City. When Sheikh Mansour bin Saeed Al Nahyan bought Manchester City for £210 million, the football world did not know what was hitting it. On literally day one, the new ownership, City hijacked Chelsea's bid to sign Brazilian superstar Robinho for a British record of £32.5 million. City weren't just joining the party, but they were buying the house. Early stages was simple, buying world-class talent to instantly bridge the gap. They brought in Mark Hughes, then quickly replaced him with Roberto Mancini. They signed Carlos Tevez directly from their rivals Manchester United, dynamic midfield powerhouse Yaya Toure, and a magical playmaker named David Silva. But building a winning culture takes time. The turning point came in 2011 FA Cup, where City defeated Manchester United in the semi-final and went on to win the first trophy in 35 years. A heavy banner at Old Trafford taking the years of City's trophy drought was finally taken down. And then came the climax of the foundation era. May 30, 2012, 93 minutes and 20 seconds.
Goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero!
Sergio Aguero's legendary goal secured City's first Premier League title in 44 years on a goal difference. The Blue Moon had officially risen. Winning a title was one thing, but sustaining a dynasty required a structural overhaul. In 2012, City hired Ferran Soriano as chief executive and Chiqui Bergstein as director of football. Both were architects behind Barcelona's golden era. They weren't just building a squad, they were building an ecosystem. They laid groundwork for City Football Group, a massive multi-club ownership model that would eventually span across continents. They built Etihad Campus, a state-of-art training facility costing over £200 million, proving that their vision was generational. But the entire corporate apparatus was designed with one ultimate crown jewel in mind: Pep Guardiola. In 2016, Mancini and his successor Manuel Pellegrini were gone. Pep Guardiola arrived in Manchester. His first season was harsh reality check. He finished third, trophyless, and critics wondered if his tiki-taka philosophy could survive a cold, rainy night in Stoke. Pep responses? He completely cleared out the deadwood. Iconic figures like Joe Hart were ruthlessly dropped. He spent heavily on ball-playing defenders and a revolutionary goalkeeper Ederson. The stage was set for a tactical revolution. What follows was unprecedented tactical changes. In 2017-18 season, Manchester City didn't just win the league, they shattered it. 100 points, the Centurions, they scored 106 goals and won 32 games. Guardiola evolved the Premier League. He popularized inverted fullbacks, false nines, and high-intensity counter-pressing that suffocated the opponents. Year after year, City dominated, fighting off a relentless Liverpool side in historic title races. Despite domestic dominance, one trophy eluded them: the UEFA Champions League. Heartbreaking exit to Monaco, Tottenham, Lyon, and Chelsea labelled them as a European chokers. Until 2022. Enter the final piece of the puzzle: Erling Braut Haaland. The Norwegian smashed the Premier League single season scoring record in his debut season. With Haaland up top, Rodri anchoring the midfield and Kevin De Bruyne pulling the strings, Manchester City became unstoppable. In June 2023, Istanbul, a 1-0 victory over Inter Milan secured the elusive Champions League title. City completed a historic continental treble, matching Manchester United's 1999 achievement. They had reached the absolute pinnacle of world football. But you cannot tell the story of Manchester City without looking directly at the storm at the shadow of their success. To many football fans and the pundits, City's achievements are permanently tainted. They argue that this wasn't a sports success story. It was a nation state using sports washing to clean its geopolitical image using limitless oil money. The crack in the armor first appeared in 2018 when German magazine Der Spiegel published leaked internal club emails. The leaks alleged that Manchester City's ownership had bypassed UEFA's financial fair play rules by funneling their own money directly into the club through inflated shell sponsorship deals like Etihad Airways to hide massive losses. In 2020, UEFA handed City a 2-year ban from European football. It looked like empire was crumbling, but City fought back with most expensive legal team in the world. At the Court of Arbitration of Sports (CAS), the ban was overturned on a technicality. Many of the alleged breaches were time-barred, meaning they happened too long ago to penalize under UEFA rules. UEFA was defeated, but English Premier League was watching. In February 2023, the Premier League dropped a nuclear bomb on English football. They hit Manchester City with 115 charges of financial misconduct spanning over 9 years from 2009 to 2018. Unlike UEFA, the Premier League has no time-barring rules. The charges accuse City of failing to provide accurate financial information, failing to disclose true players and manager remunerations, including allegations of secret off-the-books contract for former manager Roberto Mancini, and failing to cooperate with the investigation. Critics call it the biggest sporting scandal in footballing history. Manchester City fiercely denies all the allegation, and maintaining an irrefutable body of evidence proves their innocence. As the years rolled on in the mid-2020s, Manchester City did what they do the best. They kept winning on the pitch while fighting a war in the courtroom. They secured a historic 4th consecutive Premier League title in 2024 and continued their relentless march through 2025 and into our present day in 2026. But the cloud of 115 charges loomed heavily over every single trophy they lifted. Every press conferences Pep Guardiola faced become an interrogation about the legal battles rather than the tactical setups. The football world demanded a resolution. The potential punishments discussed were unprecedented. Fines, stripping off their past league titles, massive point deductions, and even forced to be relegated from the Premier League entirely. No matter the legal outcome, the era splits the footballing world into two halves. The one side that City represented a beautiful run, meticulously coached masterpiece of a sporting excellence, to the other side that they are just artificial titans built on financial deception. From chaotic days of Robinho signing in 2008 to the tactical performances of Pep Guardiola and the legal battles of 2026, Manchester City has fundamentally redefined what it takes to win in modern era. They built an empire, they changed how football is played, scouted and commercialized globally. Their success story is undeniably in its brilliance, yet completely inseparable from its controversies. Can you appreciate the genius of the players and the coach while questioning the system that put them there? That is the ultimate paradox of Manchester City. They conquered the footballing world, but the history will decide how we remember the conquest. What do you think? Is Manchester City's legacy permanently tarnished? Or is their success a result of pure sporting brilliance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell for more deep dives. Thanks for watching.